There's been some talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocked him out.
Seriously?
Yeah. Listen to me. Don't take a dive with this Jake Paul, mate. Do not do that. Not for $1 billion, my pal. Don't do it. Don't do as the others have done. Do not take dives. If he fights you, knock him dead as a nit. And good luck with it.
Tyson says he's got to bet £1 million on Jake Paul knocking out Joshua.
This is what I'm saying.
It's not even about it being realistic or not. Like, it's gonna happen. So fasten your seatbelts or whatever. And when I knock him out...
Jake Paul, who started as a YouTuber and is now a professional boxer, shocked fans after calling out Anthony Joshua. This happened right after Jake defeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. To everyone's surprise, Saudi boxing advisor Turki Al-Alshik is backing the fight, which adds serious weight to the idea. But many boxing experts believe this fight makes no sense. They say the size and skill gap between Jake and Joshua is just too big.
Jake Paul has reached out to Anthony Joshua a few times. I've spoken to Nikisa, Jake's manager. It's never a fight we anticipated. It's never a fight we've targeted. But if you want Jake Paul to be the warm-up fight, and obviously financially it's a great opportunity for AJ, and you want to provide AJ and probably in turn Matchroom with the opportunity to extinguish Jake Paul from the world of boxing, then maybe AJ will oblige.
Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony, he took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. He's not a joke. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He took an L there, but Jake Paul, I got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.
After the win, Jake sounded super confident. He said he really wants to fight Anthony Joshua next year. He even said, "I'll beat him. He doesn't have a chin. He's stiff." Fans couldn't believe it, but Jake's serious.
And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely for next year.
Jake celebrated the win, saying it proves how far he's come. Even though he's not a natural heavyweight, he's ready for the challenge. He compared himself to Deontay Wilder, who also fought at lighter weights and still became a champion. Talks between Saudi boxing bosses and Joshua's team are already happening. And Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn says they might take it seriously if Jake really means it.
Now, I know you're after a world title, but if that doesn't materialize, I know the Tommy Fury name has been floated about. Is there any other fighters who may not be world champions that you're looking to face?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Joshua.
I think that's the main one that, we've talked a lot about is if it's not for the title, it's looking at Tommy, if he's reasonable, and then Anthony Joshua. And he's adamant that he wants to make that fight happen at the end of 2026.
Anything's possible. And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely for next year.
Eddie Hearn, who manages Joshua, said the fight would be a big event. But he warned Jake, be careful what you wish for. He called Joshua a heavyweight monster and said Jake is crazy to think he can handle him. Eddie admitted the fight would bring in a lot of money, but also said it could be dangerous, so dangerous, that it might end Jake's career.
JakePaul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitates a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. You know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him, and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world, make the fight.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. also gave his take. He said if Joshua wants the fight, and it makes sense financially, it could happen. But he warned Jake is not a real heavyweight, Roy said. Did you see what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? He'll do the same to Jake. He believes it's crazy to think Jake could beat a champion like Joshua.
I want to change subjects just a little bit here. And Anthony Joshua, there's rumors circulating he could be fighting Jake Paul next. One, do you think it's good for boxing? And two, do you think the fight will happen?
I think it's great for boxing. I think the fight will happen. AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he'd probably make more money fighting Jake Paul than he will fight anybody else that he can fight right now. So why would he not do it? I mean, not that he needs money right now anyway, but he's going to do something if he want to get a good win to put it back on the scene. That's a perfect win. You get a lot of money doing it.
The debate really heated up after Saudi boxing chief Turki Alalshik appeared on TalkSport. He said Jake is ready and wants the fight. Alalshik even said he wants to see Joshua destroy Jake to prove who really belongs in the ring.
Then Spencer, from all of that common sense, we talk about this. We talk about the potential of Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul getting it on. He's some promoter, Jake Paul, of himself and of others too. But let's talk about the potential. Could you see this happening?
Do you know what? I think I could. Do you know why? I'll tell you why I can. Firstly, let me just say about Jake Paul. Look, he's been nothing but good for the sport. Forget what people think about him in the ring and, you know, what he's doing in the ring. He's been incredible for women's boxing, insane for women's boxing. He's really brought it to the forefront, you know, with what he's done with Amanda Serrano and now signing up all these other girls that we've got, Chantel Cameron and all the rest of the girls that he's signing up. Brilliant news. Like that's fantastic for women's sport, women's boxing. But he's also bringing eyeballs to boxing as well because he has a huge audience. And with what he's doing now, you're getting these, you know, the younger generation that had no interest in boxing at all now starting to watch it. So he's transforming so many people. You have to respect that. You know, what he's doing as a promoter, he's doing brilliantly. Now he's calling out Anthony Joshua. Is it real? Does he really want the smoke? I mean, he's got to be an idiot if he does, because Anthony Joshua, let's use this as a comparison. Francis Ngannou called Anthony Joshua out after pushing Tyson Fury the way that he did, and he looked at that and he went in there and he iced him in 2 rounds. Francis Ngannou versus Jake Paul, you got to go heavily on Francis Ngannou, haven't you? So what's going to happen to poor Jake Paul if he boxes Anthony Joshua, this Olympic gold medalist, 2-time world champion?
Lawrence Okolie, another pro boxer, warned that Jake could be badly hurt. He sparred with Jake in the past and praised his work ethic, but said facing someone like Joshua who has elite power and skill is just too risky. Eddie Hearn called it very dangerous. And promoter Frank Warren said it's a huge ask for Jake to step in with someone that powerful.
Where am I? I can't see it happening. I can't. Although yes, lots of money, so on and so forth. I can't see it. I just can't. It just obviously as someone who's been a unified heavyweight world champion going in against Jake, well, it just doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, and it's like I'm also talking from a health and safety factor. It's like he's maybe a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua's a very big, strong heavyweight, and if he turns it on, it's not just a risk of a knockout. It's a much bigger risk. So I can't see it personally, but it's good talking point, I guess.
Amir Khan also warned Jake, saying he could get killed if he fought Joshua. But Tyson Fury has a totally different view. He actually said he bet £1 million that Jake could knock Joshua out. He told Ring Magazine that he believes Jake Paul is being underestimated and that anything can happen in boxing.
Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. yes, cool. Anthony, he took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. He's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took a L there, but Jake Paul, I got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3 because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.
So what do you think, could Jake Paul really take on a heavyweight champion like Anthony Joshua? Is this a real boxing fight or just a money-making circus? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more boxing drama.